and Paco, the G Train Bandit.
What's good?
How are y'all feeling?
Great. Good.
But you guys have been doing everything all over the place, performing. Now let's get straight into the Dean's List tour. Now, how was the process to get into that?
It was, I say kind of nerve wracking because I wanted to do it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I wanted to like be on it. But I think it's pretty dope though. You kind of got to see like who you were going up against.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, you saw a lot of talent. So I think that kind of made it even more nerve wracking for me.
Yeah.
But it was pretty dope.
Yeah, it was a couple rounds of auditions. So there's
Yeah.
like the first audition, and then there's a second audition, and I think this might be on purpose, but they didn't try to set up the auditions in a space that made it easy to do well either. I think they did that on purpose.
Wow.
We would be like, there'd be like a little boom box in the corner, and it'd be like a cappella, and then the room is like huge, and you gotta perform to everybody, and they're all sitting in chairs around the edge of the room, and it's like,
wow.
so like they put you in situations that I think are difficult on purpose because they're trying to like really
see what you're really made of.
Yeah, I think so.
How was that for you, like, in the moment?
Stressful, because like she said, like I wanted to get on, and I was like, man, I feel like because I mean I obviously must have done well enough, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I felt like if I'm comparing it to like my favorite performances I've done, I feel like, dang, like the little yelling a cappella in the dance studio set that I just did wasn't my best work, so I was kind of shook a little bit, but I mean,
I think that was like the hardest for me because, like he said, it was like the music. It was like this big room, everyone's sitting around you. The music's slow, so it's like one of the things they told me was like you need to project.
Right.
So I'm like sitting here trying to overcompensate, like you just overthink everything, and it's just kind of stressful. But I mean, at the end, I think you did pretty okay.
Yeah. Now, was this your first time for each of you being on the Dean's List tour, or a second time?
This is my first time for the Dean's List tour. Last year, I was on the No Boys Allowed tour, which is like the sister tour to Dean's List.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this is my first time for Dean's List. I've been seeing flyers and stuff for it, but I always miss the auditions, and so I've been hearing about it for a long time, and I wanted to do it. And then I was actually on tour in Ireland and the UK, and when I came back, I had missed the New York auditions again.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, there's still a Jersey audition tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I got off the plane on like Sunday and then like slept for a few hours and was just out to Jersey. I'm like, I can't miss it this year. I need to get out.
Was there a crazy line or like out in the cold?
There was a lot of people. When I went to do the No Boys Allowed tour last year, I had just moved here from Chicago, and I kept hearing about the Dean's List. I kept just word of mouth and just different people that were on it, just different circles just being around, but there were a lot of people for that. This one was like, they had a ton of people audition. It was a lot.
Wow.
A lot of
Hundreds.
people.
And I'm assuming a lot of people definitely traveled from different states.
Yeah.
As well as they'll come to it.
I know. Yeah. I saw a couple people from like out of state.
Wow.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
So that's just showing the impact and how special you guys are to be in the Dean's List tour.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as you guys know, I had the Silent Celeb and R&R Music here last week.
Yes.
And they told me that you guys can't give positive criticism at rehearsals.
We can't. And you know
I
what? All the
still
time
can't
We sneak in a little bit.
A little bit.
It's hard because there's so much talent.
Yeah.
Like, I can honestly say that it's like a lot of really talented people. So it's like you have to like really search for something that they're not doing right.
Right.
Or
Is that hard for you?
something
You guys have to like really search now? Especially like you guys have done so many rehearsals and shows now. Like, gee, like I can't even find anything at this point. Like you already mastered it at this point.
It's actually a little easier now, I think, because I think once you see someone 3 or 4 times, you're like, all right, now I'm starting to see.
Yeah, you know what to expect.
Like repetitive moves they do. Or...
Yeah, like you start to see what their Achilles heel is. But
yeah.
I think it's cool in a sense because like we would spend a lot of time talking about all our favorite parts in everybody's set and songs, and because we literally can't, it not only like makes it okay to not worry about you don't have to feel bad if you don't say something positive first, and then so it saves all that time and just when you cut into the chase, and then like also puts us all in the mindset of like we all need to be better at everything we do all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
So
And people take it well.
That's good.
That's
that's
the
nothing
hardest
I was
thing
gonna
to
ask.
do too. It's just to not be offended or take anything personal. It's just we all want to grow.
Right.
So it's all like we're all like listening and you actually get to see people take your criticism and actually like apply it.
That's the best part. Because unfortunately, like that is very rare, and I think a lot of things take things too personally. And someone, I forgot who told me, I think it was Emily De La Cruz. She told me this. She said you can't take things personally from people that don't know you personally. And when she told me that, like it just always stuck with me because it just always shows like you can't be so upset all the time, and their person is literally seeing you, watching what you're doing. So okay, here's what you have to fix, or here, take it as a suggestion, and here's how you can navigate to change it.
I think if anything, it's not like to intentionally like hurt you. If it's anything that's gonna help you improve, and anyone that's serious about their craft is gonna take it like seriously.
Yeah. What was a piece of criticism you received from anyone that really took to heart? Not like, oh, like it hurt you, like wow, like I never really caught that. Now let me use that and change it.
I've been told like I've been told eye contact. I've been told to and I'm like combining the two because I haven't done a whole lot of. I haven't really been critiqued a whole lot. It's been like a couple of times, but just to be a little bit more engaged with your audience, to to go out, interact with people, and kind of even sometimes get people involved in it.
Right.
That's a couple of things I've been told.
Yeah, similar. I think for me, a lot of the settings that we end up in are different than what I'm used to too. So and that's a good thing. Another good thing about rehearsing in like a room as opposed to like on a stage with a mic and everything. And so like the way I engage with crowds when I'm not on stage with a mic was not good enough, basically. So so I got feedback about that and started thinking about like, all right, so no matter what the setting, if it's on a train, if it's on anywhere, like how do I translate what I'm doing to that different performance space? So that's
definitely for sure. Now, where do you guys get your inspiration from? Can you like see a situation happening on the street that can inspire you, or is more so like personal things that have happened?
I pull inspiration from everywhere. I write about like true events. A lot of the times I feel like when I'm like going through something, or I'm witnessing something from somebody else, it's just things that I feel are that's like where I get my inspiration from.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, kind of similar, just life, anything. Yeah. I think that what I end up writing about most though is being annoyed and frustrated at the system, and then have fun. Sometimes it's just like I just want to spit some silly bars, and they're gonna rhyme really dopely.
After he's angry, he has fun.
Yeah, you gotta have a balance.
You gotta get it out.
You're right.
Yeah.
You gotta have the balance in between.
Yeah.
So now going to that, you recently, you stated before that you were touring in Ireland and the UK. Now, how did all of that come about?
Just finding opportunities. So I was in the UK and Ireland anyway because my girlfriend had a research grant.
Oh, wow.
And so she had her trip paid for, and I was like, I'm just gonna go in your suitcase with you. and so I was like, well, and then along the way, I'm just gonna set up shows, because people talk about touring in Europe all the time, and it's like, why aren't I? Like, if I'm going, it's the same thing. If I'm going to Cali to visit a friend, why aren't I setting up a show? And so just like trying to connect with people, and a lot of the stuff in Ireland the culture is very different out there. Like people engage with music in a very different way. Like some of the best shows I had out there weren't ones that I set up in advance. Like I just went to like the local bar in some town like Drogheda, and people are like, oh yeah, that's the spot. Wednesday nights they have this crazy music event, and so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go talk to the bartender, and he's like, oh, you're from New York and you rap. That's awesome. Let's put you on, and so and then I do a show there, and so just the way stuff moves over there is very different. I feel like in New York it's like no. No.
Yeah.
Always just no. I don't want to talk. I don't want to know more. I don't want to click a link. I don't want to do anything.
What do you have to offer? Right.
Yeah.
That's dope though. So now, are you guys not scared to travel? But people were saying before, like in Celeb said, people like to stay in the New York mindset, like to stay in that box, and go to the Santos and the SOBs. How does it feel for you to really branch out and go to different avenues and different places?
I mean, I'm from Chicago, and I've only been here for almost 2 years. So that whole like staying in a box. I mean, I've left my whole city. You know what I mean? To come out here and chase dreams. But I mean, I've been like all over New York, but this isn't the only place. Like this, it doesn't stop here.
Right.
I mean, Paco was in Ireland, like performing. Like I just feel like you shouldn't really put like limitations on yourself. I wouldn't.
Right.
I don't really see why that makes any sense. I want to perform everywhere. I could be all over the world performing. I would.
How was it for you moving to Chicago? Was it nerve-wracking for you, or you kind of knew, like, okay, this is the point in time, like, I have to leave in order to do what I have to do?
I've always wanted to come here. Like, I always wanted to move to New York. So when I left, I felt ready. I was like, I'm ready to get out of here. I mean, I love my city. I didn't leave it because I hated it. I just left because there are more opportunities for me here.
No.
So it was a hard transition. I mean, coming from that city to this, to New York, like it was a big transition. I had to learn how to keep up.
Where you weren't expecting.
I wasn't, because I was like, oh, I'm from a city. I'm from a big city.
Right.
But I didn't realize how big New York was. I'm like, man, I had no idea. So I'm just now learning how to keep up with the pace, because everything here is just
so
moves.
fast.
It keeps moving. You never stop moving. So.
Yeah, I think that's like New York in one sentence. Like you always just try to find let me just get 2 minutes just to myself, and it's like, oh, I'm going on. And you just always got to be constantly on the move. Right. And for that, how do you find that balance? Because like from a physical standpoint, like I know you can get very tired. It can be draining. So how is that for both of you guys? How is it?
I'm still learning how to do that. I haven't got it all figured out. Like sometimes, because just trying to balance that and just life and your personal life and stuff, it's hard. So like sometimes out of the week, I just at least like want like one day,
right,
where I don't do anything. Where I'm just like laying in bed watching Netflix. Like I'm not on social media. I'm not trying to do like any of that, because I feel like you need it.
Mm-hmm.
You need that like time to yourself. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I work a job and then run a recording studio and then do music, and then there's a lot of things. So like I don't sleep very much.
Yeah, I'm gonna find like where are the hours and sleep into that. Especially
since like being an artist, being an entertainer is bigger than just making music too. Like you said about social media, like it's about like being a public person. So
right.
like you gotta make appearances places, you gotta network with people, you gotta build with people, and so a lot of the job is just figuring out how you and other people can build something bigger and better. So it's a lot of hanging out, which is also a really cool part of the job. But like it can be, even when you're just hanging out, you're still working.
Yeah.
Right. Now, do you guys have your own management, or you guys like do everything yourself?
I have a management. Actually, I'm part of an independent label called Mogul Media Records.
Nice.
Based in NYC. But yeah, and they take care of my management too. I work with people like partner up in Atlanta with One Now Media, partner in New Orleans with Toya Vega Management. So it's a few people that I got like working behind the scenes. So.
Nice.
I do everything myself.
No.
Paco is the
they all said that last week. They were like, we have no management, nothing. I'm like, I'm a publicist.
I have a publicist.
Okay.
Right. But like a lot of it is just, I think these things need to be organic. Like I don't want to get a manager who's not really about it. So like one of these days I'll cross paths with somebody who's about it, and like we can both help each other, and it'll be dope. But
so what's the first quality you look for from like trying to find the perfect manager for you?
I think first they need to really like the music. That sounds silly, but like if it's like a manager, they're in it because it's a business, and there's nothing against that.
Right.
But I want to make sure that no matter how deep we get into trying to monetize the art, like people still have to be about the art.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to ever work with somebody who's like, this is kind of whack, but it's our job.
Right.
I think that's what works out for me. Is just that you just gotta work with people who like believe in you as much as you believe in you, or even a little bit more. Like
right,
you know
a little bit more,
more than you believe in yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's kind of how I feel like about my team. They're just like it's is just kind of like a ride or die type of thing.
As
Like
it should.
we all just work for. We work. It's not just about me. It's about all of us.
The team.
Yeah.
Yes.